Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe to be a part of the bilingual family, which is mostly me attempting to speak English. As you can see by the title, today we are trying out R.E.M. Beauty by Ariana Grande. Now, I have actually already filmed this video once before, but I wasn't really happy with the overall quality of the video, like the lighting, the makeup that I was wearing, and just the overall amount of rambling that I did. So I decided to film this video again, and we're basically going to be retrying, or I'm going to give you my thoughts about R.E.M. Beauty. I wasn't necessarily directly intrigued or instantly intrigued by the brand when they first launched. It didn't really appeal to like the aesthetic that I like and the type of stuff that I like to use. That's kind of the reason why I never really felt the need to grab up any products from them, even though with like some other celebrity brands I have been maybe even collecting the makeup because I like them so much. Like when it comes to Fenty Beauty, and especially like Selena Gomez's brand Rare Beauty, I have been accumulating quite a bit of that stuff, like the brand in itself when it comes to the aesthetic and the appeal of it, but also because I do find their products to be quite nice. But when R.E.M. Beauty launched, I kind of didn't feel the initial appeal and like the attraction to the brand as I thought I would have. Aesthetic and look and feel of the brand was quite bland, even though they seem to be trying to be futuristic. I just thought it was a little bit bland. Now, how did we end up in this moment, in this video? I was actually browsing the Sephora France website because I was looking for some makeup that I really wanted to try, and I noticed that most makeup was quite expensive. There were a few products that I wanted to try, but it was racking up so much money. I kind of want to do like a chit chat get ready with me where I do my makeup obviously, but I also compare some of the products that I bought in the past to the price that they are now, because in general I feel like the prices of makeup have gone up so much, and I couldn't really justify for myself paying the amount that was in my basket, because I just thought like this is ridiculous for like the 3 products that I want. And then I came across R.E.M. Beauty, and there was a blush that I really wanted. I have been reading good things about the blush, and I was like, maybe I should try it. And then I looked at the brand and I found their products to be quite reasonably priced. I think all of the stuff that I have right now is anywhere from 18 to 24 US dollars, which is still a lot of money for each product, but when you compare it to other products that are currently on the market, it was actually quite inexpensive. I picked up 4 products from the brand, unfortunately not the blush, because it seems like the shade that I would like to pick up, Chorus Girl, which I think would be best suited for my complexion, seems to be sold out all the time. So I decided to just film this video without the blush in it. So first of all, I want to talk about the concealer that I picked up. Now I will put anything like the prices and stuff like that either on the screen or in my description. So this is a soft matte pot concealer, so it's not your typical like tubey concealer that's very liquidy. I picked this up because I was actually on the Sephora website because I was looking for a concealer, because I don't really have a lot of concealers in my collection left, which is insane, but I actually think I only had about 2 left, and now I have 3 of them. And I was very intrigued because I do see some people using this concealer and they seem to be really enjoying it, so I decided to pick it up. I'm a little sad that the shade that I chose for CN is actually slightly too light for me. I don't know if you can tell underneath my eyes as well. It's difficult to tell because it's like just a smidge too light for my complexion, but I can get away with it at the same time if I use like a specific powder or something like that. And it kind of threw off my first initial thoughts about the concealer, because sometimes when the shade doesn't really match your complexion, it can really alter how you feel about the formula. Because if, for example, a shade is too light, I often find that it looks a little bit more dry on me, but then it actually doesn't look dry, it just looks too light. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it does in my head. But upon further trying out this concealer, I actually tend to really like using this, which was surprising to me. I wasn't expecting to like this soft matte concealer as much as I do right now. Unfortunately, I cannot use it for any kind of like spot concealer, but I think it would be really perfect for that. Even though it's more of a soft matte concealer, I feel like it still is quite creamy and easy to blend out. And it goes without saying that you don't need a lot of this product to really get the impact that you need or the coverage that you need. It's really like a fully packed full coverage concealer. It's very densely packed with pigment, I feel like, and even when you blend it out, like I just usually just put my finger in it and then I put it on underneath my eyes, and usually that's like enough. So yeah, it's quite pigmented, it's very soft and creamy, and it does last a very long time as well. And I do find that it mixes with other foundations quite beautifully. So all in all, I was very happy with the concealer. I am gonna continue using it, obviously, and I feel like this shade will suit me a little bit better during the winter time, even though I'm not necessarily a summer tan right now. But yeah, that's the concealer. I was very pleasantly surprised with this one. Moving on, we have some lip products and also the eyeliner. I'm gonna start with the eyeliner because I don't necessarily know why I picked this up, but I'm actually really happy that I did because it's really like a really nice eyeliner. I find it very easy to control. I find it to be very black, very matte. I don't really see any kind of sheen on it. There isn't really like a sheen to it. It's very opaque. It's not patchy. It's not like, it doesn't really skip on top of it. What I have found out though is that it does dry out quite quickly. I feel like from the time that I used it first to now, it seems to have already dried a little bit. So I'm a little bit worried about the overall longevity of this product. Like, how long will this last me before it completely dries out? If it does dry out faster than, for example, some of my drugstore options, then I'm not going to repurchase this. But I was pleasantly surprised by this. To say it in the words of Gen Z, of which I am apparently a part of, was surprised by that. Very flattered. I'm in my eyeliner era. And then the last couple of products that I picked up are lip products. Now, when it comes to lip products, I probably shouldn't have purchased these because I have a ton of lip products already, but I just found them very appealing when I looked at them, and I was like, if I'm gonna do this video and if I'm gonna try the brand, I might as well pick it up. And I was also just very attracted to the packaging of this like bullet classic lipstick. I'll put it on the screen because it doesn't really say, but the shade is Pucker Up. This is more the type of packaging that I would like to see with the entire collection or like the entire brand, like this futuristic kind of stuff. I love that. And then on the inside you have like a very skinny tube. Now, what I do want to say, in the beginning of using this product, it was a little bit higher than it actually is right now, so it actually extended beyond the tube. And then when you had to put it in, you had to be like very careful as to not bump the lipstick into the tube and kind of like destroying it. But yeah, I really like the packaging of this, and when it comes to the formula, it's like a classic lipstick. It even smells like a classic lipstick, a combination of kids makeup and like a MAC lipstick. I do love the skinniness of this. I don't know why, I just think it's so funny, and then when you apply it, it just feels kind of fun. I don't know. When it comes to the formula, it's a very classic formula. It's quite creamy, slightly on the heavy side, but it has a very opaque finish and overall look. The shade Pucker Up is like this kind of pinky classic pink as well. It's a very classic formula and shade of lipstick, but it's not necessarily something that I mind. And the lipstick has some creaminess to it where it's not completely like drying out your lips, so it still doesn't leave you with a very plump look, but it still provides some kind of wetness or moistness to the lips so they don't look completely dried out. That's the classic lipstick. I do love the packaging of this. And then last but not least, we have one of her lip liners, and this is in the shade Harmonies. Now, I actually picked this up just because I wanted something to accompany the lipstick that we have. I thought this would be a great addition. Now, the shade Harmonies, I was expecting from the swatches on the Sephora France website for it to be slightly more on the brownie side, but it's actually slightly darker than the shade Pucker Up in the classic lipstick, which is very complimentary, so I'm happy with that, but it was not necessarily what I was expecting. Yeah, I was very surprised because it's very creamy and it is very pigmented. It almost feels like a classic dry lip liner, but at the same time it has a lot of creaminess and there's no skipping. There's no need to really dig when, for example, swatching. It's just very opaque, very even, very easy to apply as well. And it's also quite matte, and I feel like these are also quite long lasting. The same goes actually for the classic lipstick. I also find that one to be quite long lasting. And all in all, it's just a really nice lip liner. There's not much to be said about the packaging. Obviously, it's a very classic kind of packaging. It is with a twist up, which I do appreciate, that it's not like a wooden thing that you have to sharpen and then you have a lot of product waste. And yeah, guys, those are the products from R.E.M. Beauty that I had in my basket that's good and that I've been trying for the past couple of weeks, ever since I tried to film that first video 2 weeks ago and then I didn't upload it. But you know, sometimes life happens and there's not like a lot that you can do about it. All in all, I really do like the products from R.E.M Beauty that I ended up purchasing. I am very intrigued about the blush still, so I think that will be a future purchase of mine. But like in general, I feel like trying the products has not necessarily changed my mind about the brand too much. There's still not like a real excitement when using these products. I was very pleasantly surprised that the products actually work for me, and I was quite surprised that I did end up liking all of them. I hope that in the future they do something a little bit more exciting with everything. I don't know why I don't feel that way. Maybe it's just like the gray monochromatic look. Nevertheless, I do think R.E.M Beauty is worth trying out if you're interested, if you're a fan of Ariana, anything like that. I do find their products to be very nice. I really like the eyeliner. I have been wearing it almost every single day to work just because I love it. So I feel like it's worth trying out, especially considering the price point and the fact that the products that I've tried from them are good. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. It's probably going to be a Barbie core makeup look or a latte makeup look. So it's going to be one of those two, or maybe a Project Pan update actually. I'll see about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!